American culture shocks, and this is from a Canadian student in the USA. Really do enjoy checking out these kind of videos. Before we do get into this, appreciate if you guys can subscribe button. Let's check out some culture shocks.
Cheers, friends.
Cheers.
It's a Friday afternoon, and I have my Texas beer, Love Street.
What's that? Love Street.
To start this video off.
Okay.
Today, we are talking about the culture shocks that I experienced moving to America as a Canadian. Now, my family moved here 8 years ago, so I have been visiting for quite a while, and I've been kind of easing into the culture. But when I moved here full-time 8 months ago, there were still things that were really shocking that I was not expecting. Keep in mind, I came from a big city, Toronto, in Canada, and I moved to another big...
This is gonna be very interesting to see what she's so shocked about, because like as a Brit, I feel like I know Canada's massive and America's massive, but I feel like Canada, America, like your neighbors, you know what I mean? So I feel like you'd be less shocked to the culture as a Canadian than like a Brit going to America, you know what I mean?
Big city in the US, Houston. So this is really going to be geared towards that. I'm not saying that this is everywhere in the US and everywhere in Canada,
America's
because obviously I can't speak for everywhere, but I can speak for the places that I have lived. So your experience may be completely different. Do not get mad at me. We can talk about it in the comment section. I'm just speaking from my own experience. Okay, cool. All right, let's get started. Everything is bigger here. I don't know if this is because I'm in Texas and, you know, everything is bigger in Texas, but in general, everything is bigger. So
yeah, I see this all the time. Like when I first everything's bigger, I was thinking like, but like how much bigger can everything be? No, everything's bigger, man. Every single video I see, everything, like the portion sizes, the cars, the roads, the buildings, literally everything is bigger, dude.
Portion sizes in restaurants. Stores are always bigger. Houses are always bigger. Like everything has a big walk-in closet and double vanities and stuff like that. Everything is just so much bigger, I find, and I'm not really sure why. The service industry here is so good. I mean, everyone is so good at their job here. I'll take a sip of my pop and
that would be so nice. I've told you guys experience in the UK when it comes to service, right? And recently, I went out for food with my family. We went out for dinner, and I kid you not, we only had dinner. That was it. We did, like, food, like, just one meal, right? We didn't have a starter, appetizer, dinner, then dessert. We just had dinner. We was there for 4 hours. They forgot about us. And that's not, like, weird in the UK, you know what I mean? Like 4 hours is a bit crazy. That was crazy. Normally you're there for a couple hours, but like it's like the service people don't want you to pay for the food either. So like we got the food, that took a while. Then we got the food, we ate the food, that was nice, whatever, right? And then like we wanted to pay for the food, but like there was no one in sight. You'll call for someone, they'll say, yeah, we'll be there in a minute, and then like they'll disappear, just forget about you. Like, do you want us to pay or not? I don't get it.
I already have a server that's filling it up. It's so great. And also, I feel like in Canada, people who work in things like fast food generally are teenagers who do not want to be there, and they make it known that they don't want to be there.
That's same in the UK.
Those types of people are so enthusiastic and so helpful, and I'm not sure if it's just they're just peppier in general or they're...
Yeah, bro, when I go to fast food a lot, I get takeaways a lot. Whenever you like go to a drive-thru and you see them, most chance they ain't smiling. They ain't smiling at you. You know they don't want to be there. You know they don't want to serve you. They're just getting it and just bye.
Their boss is forcing them to be like that. I don't really know what it is, but I just feel like the customer service is faster and way better here. Which kind of also explains when you think of when Americans go to other countries and things are maybe done a little bit different, that kind of stereotype of why Americans are pushy or demanding when it comes to being in restaurants and stuff like that. It's probably just because they're used to the service that's here, which is way better than any other country I've been to.
Yeah, that's true. When you guys if you guys came to the UK, you'd probably expect like quicker service and nicer people. So the people in the UK might think you're like being pushy or whatnot, but you're just used to the fast, nice service. Whereas like, yeah, if a UK service person was like, oh my God, they just keep asking for me over and over and over again. That's because in the UK, it's normal for them to like just wait about and just forget about you.
Everything's pretty political here, which I try to stay out of because I don't know a lot about politics, especially American politics. I'm not used to having to have an opinion, but here, regardless of what you do or who you are, you have an opinion about something and everybody follows it. So I just stay out of that. Also, everyone is super religious here. This is probably also a Southern thing. Of course, there's religious people in Canada as well, but I've just come to learn that the vast majority of people here in Texas are religious.
Oh, I learned a crazy fact. Now, I might get this fact a little bit wrong, but it was in another video. It was like 1 in 3 households own a Bible, and most households own more than one. Like, they own like 4 plus. That blew me away, because like the UK is there's a lot of religious people in the UK, right? And even the religious people I know, I don't even think they own a Bible. I'm not sure. I don't really know anyone with a Bible. They might have one, but yeah, it's not. I don't really know anyone with a Bible, and I know a lot of religious people.
To the point that you can't buy liquor in the store on a Sunday, and people take the holidays really seriously. There's just a lot more of that religious stuff going on here.
I did not know you can't buy alcohol on a Sunday. Is there shops where you can, like if you need alcohol on a Sunday, there must be shops where you can get it, right?
People go all out for celebrations here. It doesn't matter what the holiday or celebration is. If you can celebrate it, they're gonna go all out for it. So Thanksgiving, we get an entire week for it. The 4th of July is insane.
Wait, you get a whole week for Thanksgiving? I thought it was just a day. You get a whole week to celebrate?
Prom or anything that has to do with schools, people will go absolutely crazy. That's cool. Decorating their houses, like buying all this stuff, having these huge massive parties. I kind of like it. It's sort of charming, and it's like, if you have the opportunity to celebrate, then why not? We all know that there are a lot of word differences between Canada and the US, so just like the spelling of things and then the word choices that we use.
Wait, hold up. I feel like Canada's very, very, very similar to the UK, because that's how we spell things. Color, gray. Wait, I didn't know that. You guys spell gray with an A? Neighbor, you spell it without the U. Check. Okay, you spell it like the check mark. Interesting.
I knew about these before, but I still had to change my computer over to an American keyboard, because there are a lot more than what I thought, and I often forget about them. So sometimes I'll say things in class and people will legitimately laugh at me because it's just different. They still get what I mean, of course, but it's just different things that I just had no idea about. There are actually people who dress up as cowboys, like non-ironically, like with the cowboy hat and the cowboy boots and everything. They wear that on a regular basis.
That's cool.
Definitely a Southern thing, I think. People in America are very direct and honest, so they will tell you their whole entire life story the second that you meet them. I actually, as somebody who is also very honest and open, I like this quality about it, because I feel like I finally found people that are just like me in that.
You know what? That's probably why I feel like you guys make friends easier in America. So like in the UK, it's very, very hard to make a new friend, right? Unless you're introduced to someone new. But like just randomly, it's very, very hard, right? But I feel like when you do make a friend, they're a very, very good friend. Well, I don't know. Like, everyone's different. But I feel like in America, I don't know if it's just because I've seen it on movies and stuff, but like I've seen it in these videos as well. I feel like if I go to America, I'd be able to make a friend a lot easier and quicker than in the UK. I feel like that's true.
Sense, but I can understand why people in other countries may think that some Americans are rude. It's just because they're just open and direct, and they say exactly how they feel, which is something that I really like about Americans. I like that. Yeah, that's cool. I have to drive everywhere, which is something that I'm really not used to. Keep in mind, I do come from Toronto, which is a very walkable city. So the city's built more up, whereas Houston is built more out. So we do have to drive everywhere, which is nice because there are always parking spots for everything. But sometimes I wish I could walk. Obviously, there are some places in the US where it's very walkable as well. I just am not living in one. So
see, around where I live currently, like I went to get a haircut today, and the parking's a nightmare. I couldn't find anywhere to park. I was late to my appointment, but even though I was on time. But because of the parking issue, I was late because I couldn't find anywhere to park, bro. It's a nightmare, dude. And I just, I'm not taking, I don't like public transport, man. Like, I could probably get the bus there or so. I'm not doing that. I'd rather drive everywhere. So yeah, I feel like I'm a Brit. I feel like, yeah, I feel like I'm like American trapped in the UK. I definitely feel like I'd be more comfortable in America.
Listen, that's not my experience, but that was a pretty big culture shock to have to accept the fact that if I want to go somewhere, I gotta get in my car and drive every time. There is a big hierarchy thing here in the United States. I don't know if it's because there are so many more people that everyone's competing or everyone is just super respectful. Like, I don't know what it is, but here everyone gets called ma'am or sir, regardless of what their age is. The amount of times that I've been called ma'am and it has just thrown me off by people that are older than me. I don't get it.
Wait. So, how is the ma'am and sir used? Like, is it used? Surely you don't say it to like your friends, right? You just say it to strangers. So, like, if it's someone you don't know, you'll be like, yes, ma'am, yes, sir. Because I have seen it in videos. But I always thought it would be people on the younger side saying it to people that's older than them. So people older would say it to younger people? Like, how is it kind of used? Is it different? Because I would think, personally, like, if I was in America, I'd say it to my respectful elders, right? Like, yes, ma'am, yes, sir. I can't imagine me saying it to, like, my friend. Yeah, you definitely don't say it to your friends, right? I don't know.
In Canada, if you call someone ma'am, oftentimes they'll be offended because they think that you're calling them old. So I don't think I've ever actually used ma'am or sir before.
Right, yeah. I feel like the UK is similar to Canada then. Because what I just said. I feel like the only way it would be you. But that's only because, like, the only time we use sir and miss, we use miss instead of sir. I mean, instead of ma'am. We do that in school, right? So we'll call our teachers sir and we'll call out, you know, sir and miss.
That you're calling them old. So I don't think I've ever actually used ma'am or sir before in my life before moving here, and now everybody does it. I was on a first name basis with my professors up in Canada, so it's just very different in that sense, and that was something that I learned really fast after I called a teacher by their first name and they were not happy about it. And that's what I've experienced as a Canadian living in America for the last 8 months. Like I said, these are generic things based on my own experience.
Yo, I love seeing these videos and seeing how people are shocked when going to America. For every time I watch these videos, I always think, yeah, I'll be better suited being in America. But great video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you leave a thumbs up, subscribe for more content. Live every single day on twitch.tv/alpha. If you guys want to check me out over there, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.